My name's David Bunney. Well, we've come with our reenactment group, which we call SWAT, short for South West Airfields Heritage Trust. And there's 10 of us here. We only started the reenactment group 2 years ago, and we're up to about 18 already. There's only 3 of us that started it originally. And we've come over, obviously, because it's the 70th anniversary of D-Day. And we'll be going, as we reenact the Americans that were at Upottery, we should be going round where the paratroop, the 101st and the 82nd, landed. Also to St Marigle's Museum, which has allegedly got Colonel Young's Dakota C-47 there. So we want to see that.
Jack Reed. I was chief motor machinist mate on 43 boat. Jack Reed, R-E-A-D. I say chief motor machinist mate, chief engineer on 43 boat, one of the 83-foot Coast Guard cutters that came out of Poole for rescue work at all of the beaches. My boat was assigned to Juno, and we on the 4th, so we're leaving 70 years after we left here that morning to go to Juno, to Portsmouth, to tie up with the Canadian 3rd Regiment. Our job was to stay around the transports in case they were attacked. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor on the 7th. A couple of weeks later, it was 3 of us that were friends, went down to Battery Park in New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, by the way, which you can probably tell. You never lose the accent. And went to sign up. First place we went was the Marines, because everybody liked the Marine suits, and the girls liked them too, you know. I have a 30-20 or 20-30 right eye, so they told me they could take me, but I'd probably be rejected at Paris Island on a Marine training. And they had a poster outside with one of these 83-footers and a Japanese plane coming across, and a guy with a 50 caliber water-cooled aiming at it. So, you know, kids, I was 19, so in you go. I don't get seasick. I used to go fishing off Rockaway in Brooklyn and never got seasick, well, one time. On January 10th, 42, I went to boot camp, and after that, it was all downhill, right? 44, wound up over here in Poole as the base. We came into Bristol, down the Irish Sea and into Bristol, which was interesting because I had never seen a situation where the tide dropped 20 feet and then they had to close the gates at high tide, you know, and you were in there until next high tide. But in any event, we came around Land's End and up to Poole. And the boats came in sections, 2 or 3 at a time, 4 at a time. So the last one wound up over here in Poole. Here they stripped the rest of the ironwork and so forth so you could support more people on a weight situation. So we knew that we were going to be involved in rescue work. We didn't know where, we didn't know when. But you knew that there was going to be an invasion of Europe. But of course the skippers probably knew, but the crew didn't get that information, you know, till the last minute. Then of course when we were sent up to Portsmouth, we knew it was within a day or two. Were you tense? How did you feel? I can't honestly give you an answer and recall that. You were a bunch of kids. I was 21 when D-Day happened, because September's my birthday. You knew you were going to be part of something. I don't think almost anyone knew how big it was or how important it was. And as a bunch of kids, you were frightened to a degree, but it was an adventure. If you didn't get killed or wounded in the war, it was an adventure. The worldwide depression, nobody had much money, especially the working class folks. Nobody could take a holiday and go across the ocean because you only went on the Queen Mary or the SS Manhattan or something. Nobody had that kind of money. So to get a free ride to Europe was exciting. Same way with the poor suckers that went to the Pacific. They thought they were going to see all the girls in the hula skirts. But it didn't work that way. So I can't give you an answer and say, how did you feel? You took it in stride, whatever. And when you're 19, 18, 20 years old, you're never going to die. You do your job.